Good afternoon. It is hot as all hell today. It's about 103 at my house, and yeah, I'm just sweating away. It's pretty brutal. I've been trying to avoid going outside too much because of the heat. Although the house really isn't that much better. This place is pretty shit at heating and cooling, or actually, it's great. It's just the wrong times of the year. So, really hot in the summertime, really cold in the wintertime. Um, but yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry, getting a little lost my train of thought here. Right now, I am filming with my little Rode microphone on top of the camera here. Give us a shot, see if the audio is a little better. Although it probably is maybe aiming a little too high. We'll see. I guess we'll see when I take a listen at the footage later if it's any good. I'm doing a little bit of a Casey Neistat special. I got the camera mounted on a little Gorilla Pod for hand holding, mic on top. This may or may not become my normal vlog setup, as I mentioned before. A lot of it's going to be just how easy it is to edit this thing. Because this does take a lot more time to edit as opposed to, the old iPhone where I just pop up and go. Sorry about the constantly changing lights, but there's trees in front of the sun here, and I'm not working with with faux light. Let's make it a little bit brighter here. All right, that's gonna be what it is. I'm a little too lazy to fix it. Anyways, so today is pretty much just a wash because of the heat. I know the rest of the week's be pretty hot as well. Should be me down to 101 tomorrow. We might actually get below 100 by Thursday or Friday. So I'm going to try to take it easy a little bit. I do have some work to do for my boss. We'll see what the temperature is because the valley's are pretty hot and that the building is pretty roasting as well. So whether I want to do that or not is it's up for debate. But I might have a shoot tomorrow morning. I had a shoot scheduled with a model a couple months ago, or not a couple weeks ago. Sorry, my hair. As you can tell, I'm just nice and shiny and sweaty. I had a shoot scheduled a couple weeks ago. The model I canceled, got a car wreck, so we put that off, and we might schedule again tomorrow morning. I just chatted with her earlier. She's flying into LA tonight, so she'll let me know tonight whether she's up for shoot tomorrow morning or not. If not, I might try to schedule for Thursday or Friday. But if we do that, I do want to shoot nice and early in the morning before the heat hits. Plus outdoor, and I want to get kind of a little more of that morning light. So we'll see. That could be a fun little thing for tomorrow. But aside from that, this week is pretty much a wash because of the heat. I'm just trying to not to die of heat stroke, and see how much water I can guzzle during the day. Been doing a little ice water with lemon thing pretty much nonstop all day long. To the point where I really, really want a beer, which may be my only venture away from the household today, is to go get a beer, because I think a nice ice cold beer in a really cold bar would be really nice this afternoon. Maybe I convince my friend Joe to meet me somewhere for a pint. Speaking of leaving the house, so I did go out to do some work on the roof today. I have a swamp cooler. For those of you who are not aware what those are, basically it's a box with a big fan and 3 filters you get wet, and essentially draws moisture in, cuts temperature down. They really work probably about 80-90 degrees. When you hit up over 100, it kind of turns to shit, but it's so hot out there that the water intake for the cooler can't keep up with the dehydration. So basically every couple hours I've gone out there and had to refill it with a garden hose, because it'll just get bone dry in a pretty short amount of time. And that's with the standard inlet pretty much wide open. So we'll hopefully I survive the next couple of days without heat stroke. Last night was shit for trying to sleep. It got down to about 80 at about 2 or 3 in the morning. So it's kind of those nights of having multiple fans on me and just laying on top of the bed and trying not to sweat and slide off in the middle of the night. One of those things, if I do move, which I hope I will get to move, I'm going to really enjoy the shit out of having air conditioning in my potential house. Speaking of the moving front, I still don't know if that's happening, as the potential roommate hasn't really gotten back to me about whether she's moving or not. So I hope so, but we'll see. It's just it's up in the air, kind of out of my hands a little bit. Yeah, so I guess that's kind of it for the time being right now. I'm going to take a look at this footage and see how the grade, how what I can do with this thing. I totally messed up on the white balance in this thing. I forgot to adjust it again. So we'll see how that looks, because I didn't set it up the way I should have every time I shoot. And also the light's changing quite a bit here with the sun. And I mean, I've got this green patch over here from all the leaves, a little bright over here, hot spot, cold spot. I probably should get myself like a little bit of a lighting rig for this thing. I kind of thought that earlier, if I could find like maybe a little ring light that can mount around the lens. Very fashiony look, which might be kind of fun for this. But yeah, anyways, we'll take a look at it and see if it's getting a little bit better. It's definitely a learning curve. I'm seeing right now that the exposure is dropping down. Trying to watch the meters over here. It is a bit of a learning curve using this camera versus, well, my phone or my Sony, and I'm still getting used to the operations of it, and how it reacts to things. But I'm really liking the challenge of it. It's a pretty cool little rig. I'm really looking forward to going to South America with this thing and using this as like my primary video source. I may actually have to learn how to use some, learn the still side of this camera as well and see if it's a worthy camera for shooting stills. Just because I have taken my this thing with my Sony and my camera bag around at the same time, and that's a pain in the ass. It's actually really difficult to fit both those cameras in one shoulder bag. All that being said, I would so much rather have my Sony for 99% of the shit I do, stills-wise, because, it's amazing. Anyways, I'm going to hop off for a little while. I shall catch you guys in a little bit. Hopefully the sun's gone down, a little more consistent lighting setup going on here. I'll turn the lights on the house, balance things out, and, yeah. Catch you guys in a bit.